Alrighty, I've got an A harmonica and I want to talk to you today about manipulating ideas that you learn, so blues riffs that you learn, figuring out ways to manipulate those riffs to make them your own, regardless of the context of the style and the tempo that you present that idea in. This is an idea I'll be teaching on Saturday coming up online called Blues Riffs in Motion. This online class is going to do just that. I'm going to take riffs that I taught organically in the slow motion blues riff class, and I'm going to show you now how to apply those riffs and put them into motion. And so that means that we'll have to discover how these riffs fit to various styles of blues and various tempos and really kind of dig in. It will come down to the art of phrasing and the art of interpretation musically, for the feeling that you're trying to emote. And we can do this by changing the phrasing, the timing of the riff itself, by changing texture, and we can include repetition as a way to rephrase. It's going to be a very interesting class, so I'm going to talk about that today. Before I jump in, I want to say that I have a brand new Harmonica 123 membership. Yes, I've been wanting to do this for a while. This is very similar to the idea I did spontaneously when I went live on YouTube here not that long ago, and I brought some people into the Zoom room and we did some questions. You might remember that. Well, this is going to be just like that, but it's scheduled, and members get to come on mic and join me in the Zoom platform and play and or ask a question to get feedback from me. And this is a group setting. In fact, I think I still have it open. Okay, I want to tell you when this is happening. Every single month I'll be doing this the second Tuesday of each month at 9 a.m. Central, the third Thursday of each month at 6 p.m. Central, and the last Sunday of each month at 12 p.m. Central. So the basic silver membership is just that. It allows you access to me those 3 times every month, and I'll record the sessions and archive them for 30 days so you can play back anything you want to. You can even download those. And that's $12 a month. But if you upgrade to the gold membership, you get a couple extra perks. You can actually get the option, the benefit of submitting, in addition to joining as many of those live sessions as you would like to or are able to. You can also submit to me directly through email once per month an audio or video file that is a sample of your playing, something specific, maybe questions you have, and you can get direct feedback from me based on what I'm hearing in the clip. And I can be even take it further and give you more specific feedback and perhaps next steps, exercises. Sometimes I can give you very specific feedback. So it's just it's a way to kind of supplement your harmonica education. I'm also giving those gold members a $5 coupon each month they can apply to a live class or a recorded class. That membership is $22 a month. I donate 5% of all of my profits to the Pinetop Perkins Foundation. Go see what they're about. It's a great organization. Okay. Now, this class I keep mentioning, the Blues Riffs in Motion. Today's video is going to be about giving you some tips on, how to get started with it. Haven't you ever had an experience where somebody just showed you a riff, or maybe you learned it from a well-known song, but then it kind of lived in that song, and out of context, you just didn't know what to do with it or how to apply it? It's extremely important to be able to do that. I'm going to cue up this little track in E. This is from the brand new acoustic tracks I have for sale. And this is a slow delta. And I just want to maybe start by just demonstrating some of this idea of rephrasing. And we'll take a very simple riff. Of course, we're going to pre-plan the riff this time so that we can do it and I can show you how I might change it up. From 3 draw up to 5 draw, all the way down to 2 draw. That's a nice riff that I'll be able to really play around with. I'll be happy to put the tabs in the video description of this riff.
1, 2.
Before we get started, I want to say that the volume of the track is step 1. I've talked about this in other videos. The actual dynamics of you interacting with the track is huge. If it is too loud, you will be overplaying. It will be a distraction. If it is too quiet, you're going to be too loud and you're not going to be able to be properly influenced by the groove, the guitar lines, the bass, and what's happening in the song. So take a minute and get the track volume right. That feels about right for me. Maybe just settle into the first way you played it so you can remember that. Now let's change it. A lot of that was regrouping the notes quicker together on that tail end. Same notes. A lot of that right there has to do with really stopping somewhere in the phrase and manipulating, repeating a part of it, and just playing around with some of the notes. Maybe you're going to add texture like hand wah or dirty notes. That counts also for this rephrasing exercise. Alrighty, there's a handful of ways that I just outlined by example. I think the key to what I'm trying to communicate today is focus on what's happening to the music you're playing. The minute we step outside of blues, this is the tip of the iceberg for the exercise. It's an important one, and it's one that is probably really challenging for most people, sticking with one track and rephrasing. But once you get good at this, guys, and you move to like, I'm not prepared for this, but if you were to move to like, I don't have anything pulled up, man. I'll try to look as I'm talking. If you were to move to something completely different, you know, like folk or country. Sorry, I'm going to YouTube here. It's going to my channel. Let's see what this is. What am I getting myself into? But if you move into like a country, this
want to play the guitar, but don't know where to.
No, I don't want to play the guitar. I love the guitar, but here we go. This is in G. All right. So I've got a C harp, cross harp, same riff. That's not a C harp. Here we go. Same riff that we did on that blues track. There we go. That's a little better. All right. That was a little messy transition there, sorry. But you can see I worked it out. I finally, once I got the right harmonica, I worked it out. You can put on something totally different, you know, find a rock track. And the further out you go from even from what you plan on playing and applying it to musically, the better you get at this art of rephrasing and improvising and taking somebody's idea, potentially your own idea, but using it in many different applications. If you like this topic and it still feels foreign to you to work this, come join me in this class. I'm going to give you plenty of ideas on what's happening. We're going to just do it in real time. Like, I'm going to take the ideas that came out organically from the slow motion blues riff class, and now we're going to apply them to the tracks just so folks can get a sense for how they can work those exact ideas, a few of them, into a couple different types of music. Really, we'll probably focus on different styles of blues, but now that I'm doing this little talk here on YouTube, it's making me think that it would be very beneficial to bring in something outside of blues so that you really get it, to like fully, cement this idea in your brain. You've got to try this against potentially progressions and styles of music that are foreign to you, but you're forced to really listen to what's going on rhythmically often, and to chord changes so that you can interpret. But you can do it. There is a skill set for this, and there is an art to it as well, I suppose. So that class is Saturday at 11 a.m. I'll put some information about that if you're interested in checking it out. I hope some of you will consider joining the membership. I know that many of you have subscribed to my channel for a long time. I don't do Patreon or the YouTube. I have access to do that, the YouTube membership, I guess. This is my way of doing it, and if it's interesting to you and you think you might learn that way well, then join me. Try it out. You can cancel the membership anytime. I hope to see some of you coming up to this Q&A. The next one coming up, or the very first one I should say, is the 20th of August. That'll be the 6 p.m. class if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it will. All right. I'm going to leave you something totally different. Let's just stay spontaneous here in the moment. Is there such a thing as a folk backing track? Let's see what that pulls up. I'm just trying to make this come around so you can come full circle with this idea. Same riff as the blues. Alrighty, I think you get the message today. Work on your phrasing, work on owning these ideas that you play. And if you do this and you practice this each time you work it out, it will feel like you can play and interpret and be fresh in the moment when you play. You won't be thinking about what to play next. You'll just be doing it. I'll see you soon.